Have you ever felt just completely stuck in your job? You know deep down you need a change, but the thought of actually making a move is just paralyzing. Well, that feeling is incredibly common, and today we are going to break down exactly how to face that fear and win. Let's dive in.
So, does this sound at all familiar? You're just going through the motions every day. The work has become this total routine, you can't really see any future prospects, and you keep having that little thought pop into your head, should I be looking for something else? But then, bam! Right behind that thought comes this huge wave of anxiety.
If you're nodding your head right now, trust me, you are not alone. That feeling of fear is 100% normal and totally understandable. So let's start by just breaking down what those fears actually are, because naming them is the very first step to taming them.
Yep, these are the big ones, right? We worry about losing that stable paycheck we've gotten so used to. We wonder if we're going to regret leaving behind the status or the perks we worked so hard to get. And of course, there's that deep, gut-level fear of the unknown, and, let's be honest, what other people might think about our decision.
Look, seeing your own anxieties in that list isn't a weakness. It's actually the first real step towards taking back control. Think about it. You wouldn't even be considering a change if everything was perfect. Just acknowledging the problem is half the battle won.
So, once we've looked those fears in the eye, it's time to get really clear on what we actually want. This next part is all about some honest self-analysis. It's like creating a map that shows where you are right now versus where you truly want to go.
We're about to have a little chat with our inner selves. The whole goal here is to get a really objective, bird's-eye view of your career dreams and put them right up against your current day-to-day reality.
Okay, here's a really simple but incredibly powerful exercise. Just grab a piece of paper and make 3 columns. In that first column, list out all your career dreams. I mean, everything you truly want. In the second, be honest and list the actual things you're doing right now to get there. And in the third, list your daily tasks at your current job. Seeing the gap between your dreams and your reality, all laid out like that, it can be a massive wake-up call.
All right, so once you've had that moment of clarity, the next step is not to panic, it's to plan. A really successful career change is almost never a giant leap of faith. It's a series of smart, calculated steps.
This quote from psychologist Christoph Berge just hits the nail on the head. The goal is to be the architect of your own career, right? Not just a passenger getting pushed around by desperation. Proactive planning puts you right in the driver's seat.
So where do you even start? Here are 2 really powerful first steps. Number 1, take a real break. A vacation, even a short one, can give you the clear head and positive energy you need to make big decisions. And 2, study the job market. This is just research. It's about understanding your value and seeing what's actually out there before you even think about applying.
But, okay, let's be real. Even with a plan, those fears we talked about don't just poof disappear. They're still kind of lingering in the background. So now it's time to turn around and face them head on.
Time for another super powerful exercise. Get another piece of paper. On one side, you're going to list all the reasons you need to change jobs. And on the other side, list every single fear that's holding you back. Just this simple act of writing it all down lets you weigh the pros and cons in a really clear, objective way.
And here's a pro tip for you. Take that reasons to change list and put it somewhere you'll see it every single day. Maybe on your desk, your bathroom mirror, anywhere. This becomes your anchor. When the fear and the doubt start to creep in, that list is a powerful visual reminder of your why.
And now for our final strategy. And honestly, this might just be the most important one of all. You do not have to carry the weight of this huge decision all by yourself.
Trying to make a life-changing decision completely alone, just inside your own head, is incredibly difficult. It just lets your fears echo and get louder and louder. The antidote? Break the silence. Bring someone you trust into your corner.
So how do you actually do that? It's really simple. First, just show that 2-column list, your reasons and your fears, to a friend or family member you really trust. Second, explain to them that the fears on that list, that's what's holding you back. And third, you have to explicitly ask for their help. Ask them to be the person who reminds you of the positives and why this change is so important, especially on the days you feel stuck.
Something truly transformative happens when you do all of this, when you name your fears, make a plan, and share your journey. You start to realize that the things holding you back, those barriers that feel so incredibly real, a lot of them are just stories you've been telling yourself. And if you built them, guess what? You can dismantle them too.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final thought. Just take a moment and really consider it.
What if the biggest barriers you're facing are the ones you've imagined? The power to change your career is already in your hands. Thanks so much for tuning in.